So if you didn't get a chance to check out my last live on this past Saturday, make sure you go back and check that out. Let me know what you think. Planning to do that on a regular basis. But during that session, someone asked me to do a or take a look at Ford. And in the interest of time, I wasn't able to do so, so I wanted to make sure that I got this video done for her. Shout out to Chastity. Know better, do better. Check her out if you're interested in learning some one-on-one stuff when it comes to trading options and things like that. But let's go ahead and jump into Ford. Welcome back to Market Markup. I appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe if you have not already. Hit that notification bell. Trying to be a lot more consistent with these YouTube videos. And of course, if you have any tickers that you'd like for me to check out, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to do that for you. But let's go ahead and jump into Ford. So, like I was saying before, I haven't done a real in-depth analysis on Ford's price action. So that's why I'm starting with the yearly chart for Ford, and already I'm seeing some historical kind of range-bound price action where we had a breakout. Looks like last year, and this year so far, it's just kind of retesting the top side of that range. So just so me personally, I can have that visual on my chart. And Ford, honestly, Ford is not one that I watch on a regular basis, but definitely planning to start watching it, more often. But so that's really an area of interest there. And so for this year, I'll be watching to see if Ford can close out the year above 17 or above the 17 and a half level here with the yearly chart. Again, with this being the yearly chart, we still have 11 months to go, a little less than 11 months to go, or 10, I'm sorry. 11 months to go in the year. So plenty of time. I'd come back and check the yearly chart probably around summer, June, July, August, somewhere in there, just to see how things are shaping up with Ford. But like I said, you got a reversal candle here at support. Nice, strong, bullish momentum on this candle here. And it was able to break out of and close above a key range. And so far this year, it's retesting that breakout. So um, that's, in my opinion, one of the most important things here on the yearly chart. And I'm going to make this a different color so that I'll have that so that I'll know what I'm watching. Um, Also, and you may see this before the year is out. This is a trend that I pay attention to, a trend line anyway, that I definitely pay close attention to. And I'm gonna, what color do I want to make that? Maybe I'll make it this little pinkish color. No, that's too close to red. Um, Maybe I'll make it like a teal color. Just you know, just so I'll know, hey, this is a key level on the yearly chart. So watching to see if Ford stays above or is able to close above 17. And if it does, retreat below that level this year, seeing if maybe it comes down to 12 or lower. You know what I'm saying? So, or down toward 12 or lower. So, like I said before, that's pretty much what I would be paying attention to mostly when it comes to this yearly chart. As you can see, Ford has spent most of its time between that 17 and 12 or 17 and $7 level. Moving on to the monthly chart, we're going to do a 10-year monthly chart. So sometime back when I was doing an analysis on Ford, I saw that there was a rising wedge type situation going on. And then we got a little breakout to the upside. Not necessarily a breakout, but a fake out to the upside. And so far, the price has been breaking down from that rising wedge, and it may have been on the weekly chart, not necessarily the monthly chart. But I'm gonna leave these trend lines. I'm actually just gonna kind of clean them up just a little bit. There we go. Looks a little better. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much what we have going on currently on this monthly chart. So we got a breakdown from a rising wedge pattern. Resistance really on this monthly chart is right around that $21.50 area. That's really about $20.78 is really where Ford starts to really get on the struggle bus when it comes to price action. So I'm just going to do a price level there and just make a note of that. All right, and I think I'm actually call it struggle bus, historical struggle bus. Well, it's a struggle bus monthly. All right, so that's just my little reminder that hey, this thing tends to struggle when it gets above this level right here. Okay, so and you can see so far for the month of February, it did test that level and it sold off pretty nicely from there, and it's kind of been wedged between the top side of that yearly level and the monthly level. So I could see some more, consolidation there, but again, this is just a monthly chart, so paying attention to that. Uh, let's see. Also, starting from here, when it comes to the monthly chart, pretty much that trend on the monthly chart is right around here. So I would say, if Ford breaks down there, we're gonna make this purple. If it breaks down at that $17 level, it could come down toward, not necessarily as low as 12, but toward 12. So below 17 down to, maybe 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. But this is your latest trend on Ford since May of 2020. So no sentiment change here on Ford until this trend line is broken, and then that's when sentiment, is kind of changing on the monthly time frame. Um, I don't necessarily see anything else that's catching my attention here on this monthly chart. Maybe I'll come back to it, at another time. But let's move on to the weekly chart. Let's see. Weekly chart, you just kind of get a better picture of that bull trap, where you think that maybe this rising wedge is going to break out and the thing is going to take off. But it appeared to do that, and then it quickly pivoted right up here at the $25 level. So really, when it comes to the weekly chart, I'm just going to do a price level there, and I'm going to put resistance about right there. Weekly, I guess I'm going to make this orange. And I'm just going to call this one Struggle Bus Weekly. I'm just going to say weekly pivot. Alright. Okay. So it looks like on the weekly chart that selling is starting to fizz out a little bit. And I could be wrong, but just based on how the candles look, sellers have definitely gotten less aggressive and weaker. But I haven't necessarily seen a lot of buyers coming in at this point yet. So I would pay attention to that on the weekly chart because you're going to see the signs on these lower time frames before you'll see them on a monthly or yearly chart, especially. But be looking for signs like maybe a reversal candle at support, or a reversal candle at support. Volumes start to pick up for buyers, and things of that nature. So uh, let's see. Looking like we could draw a weekly trend here. I'm gonna start here from the same level as the monthly. So the weekly, when it comes to the weekly chart, it appears to certainly have more room in terms of downside potential, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna come down this low. But just to have some levels to watch, you know what I'm saying? So in case it hits here, then I know my next level that I'd be watching is this trend line. So key level on monthly. You know what I'm saying? So um, also what? No, no. Looks like it might be trading in an ascending channel. That does appear to be a possibility. Yeah, for sure. So definitely um, be watching that here, and I'm gonna make this orange, but I'm going to make this a dotted orange line. All right, so got a an ascending channel situation going on here. So maybe watch to see if buyers come in at this area, and if so, this thing might head back up toward $19-20 range, and at which point it's getting right up there with that struggle bus monthly range that I talked about on the monthly chart. But yeah, so sellers have grown weaker as it has approached a key level on this weekly chart. So I definitely would be on alert if I were one that watches forward on a regular basis. Um, let's check out the daily chart. Let's look at a 3 month. Okay, so we got a little gap here on this daily chart between about 1866 and um, 19 and some change. So I'm gonna, I like to draw my gaps with a rectangle. Got a crypto alert going off that I'm gonna have to check out in just a second. It's probably my Matic trade. Hopped in Matic a short while ago um, in the 160s, and it should be headed to 173 right now. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, gonna make this that color. So we got a gap here. So as I mentioned on that monthly chart about the price kind of oscillating between um, this level, this monthly level, and this yearly level. As you can see over the past several days, it's been kind of wedged between that mid $18 level and mid or low $17 level. So about a dollar and a half range that Ford has been trading in over the past several days. But watch for maybe some higher lows and things like that, especially since the price is sitting right near the lower trend line of that weekly level that we just discussed. Um, looks like, it's a short little kind of bearish channel thing going on right now, but I really just care most about this trend line here. That's what I care the most about with this chart, and I think I'm gonna make this like blue. Don't judge me for my messy charts. I like to draw trend lines, and trend lines are my favorite indicator. They tell me pretty much everything that I need to know about the price action. So Ford is definitely. It appears that it's going to be making a move soon. Um, Sometime this week, if it does. And in my opinion, it's either going to fall below 17, or it could, start heading up toward 18 and maybe even toward this gap. So, those are a couple of scenarios that I will pay attention to. And of course, there's always the possibility of it just continuing to consolidate. So I would just be watching for catalysts to confirm either of those three scenarios, um, in terms of the price action. But I'm not gonna make this, super super long or anything like that. Just wanted to, get this done for Chastity. Again, shout out to Chastity. Uh, Definitely planning to bring back these market markups, probably on a weekly basis. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.